Welcome back, everybody. We're here with the last review from the Walgreens exclusives, Minimates. I have talked to a few people, and they seem to think that the 3rd, which is Saturday, is the day that these will be available at Walgreens. I messaged Diamond Select myself just to see if they had anything to say about it, and all they said is next week. So Saturday isn't next week, but whatever the issue, whenever the timeline is, it'll probably be, Saturday to sometime next week when we'll finally be able to get, when most people will be able to finally get these at Walgreens, because they have that freeze right now. Myself and a few people, I think I've maybe noticed 5 or 6 people actually have gotten these guys, even though we weren't supposed to be allowed to buy them yet. But anyways, yeah, this last set is Doctor Strange and Thor. A couple things that made me curious about this set are how different exactly is this Doctor Strange from the other Doctor Strange from his movies, and then Thor. I already know the answer to it, but we've seen leaked images, and actually not leaked images, but other toys that come with. He has kind of like a new Mjolnir, the hammer is destroyed in Thor Ragnarok, and actually there's going to be some Thor Ragnarok spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen it yet, or you're waiting for it to come out on Blu-ray, it comes out next week, but I'm going to spoil that movie here, just talking about this pack. But anyways, without further ado, let's open her up and take a look at the tray shot. So here we are. It's kind of a bare bones set, not completely, but it does, Doctor Strange does come with his magic hands, which is cool. But Thor is missing, any kind of weapon, which is kind of crazy. The other thing that kind of bothers me is here comes the Thor Ragnarok. Spoiler is, in that movie, at the end of that movie, he loses an eye, and he ends up with an eye patch. That's the way that movie ends, and that's how it looks like Infinity's going to start, is him with his eye patch on. So I'm guessing they fix his eye in Infinity. Actually, my picture I'm doing tonight is based on that, why he has an eye, what my idea is on it. But if he's in Infinity with his eye, with both his eyes, that's fine, But what really kind of bugs me is we don't have an eye patch Thor. I would love to have an eye patch Thor. I know it's just the end of the movie for Ragnarok, and I understand why they didn't give us the eye patch eye for that in case images leaked. It's kind of a big spoiler for that movie. I'm glad I didn't have that spoiled for me when I saw the movie. But, and he does have that eye patch head or eye in Infinity at the beginning of it, we've seen in the trailers. So, I really wish they would have included an extra head. Who knows, maybe they will down the line, because he's missing his weapon. I'm thinking that weapon, it looks like Beta Ray Bill's hammer, kind of. I don't know. Hopefully that happens in the movie. I think it'd be cool. Thor without his hammer is kind of like Cap without his shield, which is kind of funny because he doesn't really have his shield in the movie trailer as far as we've seen either. But I just wish they would have given us a weapon with him. But who knows what else is coming. This is all we even know about right now. Hopefully they start announcing more soon. But anyways, let's take these guys out of the package and get a closer look at them. So despite missing all, the extra head with the eye patch and any kind of weapon, I think Thor looks pretty badass. I really like the detail on him. It's very different. He's got the same look as that Thor has always had, but the detail is pretty tight on him. I love the design. No cape this time around, so nothing to hamper, articulation or anything. Not a whole lot going on in back. There's no designs on back, which is fine. I don't mind that much. Doctor Strange, compared to his original one, the paint isn't as rich on those designs on the back of his cape. But other than that, he's like the same exact figure. Oh, okay, excuse me. A little bit less paint on the detail of his cape. His mouth is open, and his hand, his mystic art effects are like more transparent. But otherwise, he is literally the same figure that we had in the same movie. See? Same designs on the coat, the waist piece, everything on him is exactly the same as, you know, the original, besides that face and the hands, which I like the hands on the new one better. And I've always said, you know, I like it when they give us extra heads so I can, you know, if a character's talking or yelling or whatever, battle damaged, I have that option. But even if you look at him, his mouth is open. So maybe if I was doing stop motion and making him talk, that would help. But it really doesn't do much for me. You know, not a lot going on here. It just, but now that I look at it, his chest piece, the Eye of Agamotto, is, the paint is kind of screwed up on the one on the, from the original movie. But, man, same exact figure. Lame. Whatever, I guess. Would have been nice if they did mix them up a little bit, but, you know, I guess that's what they gave us. That's what we have. So anyways, I do have my setup and back, and like I said, this is kind of based on a rumor I heard, or a theory, I shouldn't even say a rumor, a theory I heard on how Thor gets his eye back, and I hope it's true, because it's about the only way I would actually accept him getting his eye back. And let's take a look real quick. So here we are, just like we've seen in the trailer, he meets the Guardians, and, you know, basically the theory I've heard is Rocket fixes his eye, which makes a lot of sense to me, especially with the running joke with, you know, Rocket always asking for eyes and arms and limbs. I really hope they play that up in Infinity if he meets the Winter Soldier about, I'm going to need that guy's arm. That'd be hilarious. But who knows what they'll do, if they'll even meet. But having him fix Thor's eye with a robotic eye kind of seems like spot on for something that would happen. But anyways, nice simple shot. I really like this setup I have. This is actually still part of my Iron Spider setup from the last video. I haven't even put them away yet, but this is kind of like a background I put in for depth for that. But I got a bunch of other accessories and then a stairwell. I built a stairwell for that Iron Man picture, and you couldn't see it in it. I was really disappointed that nobody could see it in it, really. So I'm glad I'm finally getting some use out of it, because I think this angle right here is what I'm going to use for it. But anyways, that's the review video. We'll see you guys at the next one. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I'm also going to link my Instagram in the comments for you guys to check out all my Minimate shots. There's plenty of cool ones from my last videos on there for Infinity. Anyways, yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for viewing, and we'll see you guys at the next video.